Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke. We're here after going ahead and just grabbing ourselves a couple of new encounters. We have ourselves the beautiful Thwacky, which is going to hopefully thwack its way through this gym. We have ourselves good old Shootle that has joined us. We have ourselves our level 11 Timber, and I will be honest, the first thing that I am about to do, which I should have done at the end of last episode, Candy, Timber. Timber needs the XP, like really bad. It's 100 XP. Ooh. That's not as much XP as I thought. Yeah, that's not as much XP as I thought. I mean, I guess it's so little XP that we can just dump it all and at least gain an extra level, but I thought we were going to be able to get Timber up to like level 19-ish. I thought it was 500 XP per one. It's 100. Yikes. Okay. Ignoring that, we're going into Nessa's gym today. We have a whole bunch of water types to fight. We have the man himself. Or the Pokeball himself. I'm still not sure if this is a Pokeball or a man. I mean, Voltorb exists. How am I to say if this isn't a Voltorb controlling a human? I don't know. Hey there, thanks for rolling by to have a chat with your mate, the Ball Guy. I see you have a fishing rod. In that case, I've got the perfect Pokeball for you. The Lure Ball. It is a pretty good ball. It is. It sure is. Alright, well, we are going to go ahead and continue. I don't think there's anything that we need to buy. I think we just jump straight into the good old gym mission. I don't think we have any reason why we wouldn't just jump straight into it. So, let's go get our uniform on. And let's go see some splashing water valves. You can't use your Pokemon Box Link. Makes sense. It does mean that we can't swap Timber out, but you know what? That's fine. I think for the most part, Thwacky should be able to go through this just fine. If there's any Pokemon that Thwacky can't fight, I feel like Corvusquire would have like a neutral matchup against it at least, so we should be fine. Let's see how this goes, shall we? The good old gym puzzle. It has been a while since I've done this. I might mess it up. We'll see. Look at this beautiful place. The Hullbray Pokemon Gym's mission is this. Look how clear that water is. It is some real nice looking water. I don't want to drink it. A challenging maze, and you must reach the goal to clear the mission. However, some paths in the maze are blocked by water. Press buttons and you'll figure it out, future champ. I love how his description of this puzzle is, press some buttons. Good luck. The whistle has been blown. The timer begins. Welcome to Hullbray Stadium. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna throw leaves at your Pokemon until they're cut into pieces. Like this time pole, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm gonna chuck leaves at it. Not even gonna poke it with a branch. I'm just here to chuck leaves at it. That's my entire purpose. Razor Leaf. Destroyed. Beautiful. This is what we're here for. Alright. Julia got wrecked. I thought she had more Pokemon. I was just trying to make sure I was paying attention to see what Pokemon came out next. Never mind. We didn't need to do that, apparently. We push button. Then, we push button. Those are some loud clunks. Some pretty loud clunks. Then we push button. That one, there is not really a puzzle. That one's very straightforward. It's like the only thing you can do. This one, however, do we want to go to the yellow first? Probably. We'll go ahead and battle. We'll hit the yellow switch first. I do want to battle all of these trainers. I don't remember what level Nessa is, but any extra XP on our starter is greatly appreciated, because this gym is going to come down to our starter. I would love to pretend that we have other Pokemon that we could switch in if something does happen to our starter. I need to stop saying this because I'm jinxing myself. But we really don't. If we lose our starter, we are in like real trouble for this one, because we have taken Nuzleaf off of our team right before the water type gym. Not my strongest decision making when I think about it. It's really not my strongest decision making. That's pretty stupid of me now that I think about it. Definitely should have kept Nuzleaf until after this gym was done. I may be a little bit too overconfident in my starter, but regardless, we're gonna push through. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna keep throwing leaves at Pokemon until things go wrong, basically. But if I miss a Razor Leaf at a certain point, that could be scary. Missing Razor Leaves does seem like it would be the scary thing. We'll see how it goes, though. For now, though, Boop, we touch this. Which lets us run back here, and we can hit the red one, and I think this is the correct way to do this. That should allow us to run straight through. That is some loud crashes of water. I know it's meant to be loud. It doesn't make sense for giant machinery to be quiet, but like, it's loud. We battle you first so that we can get the battle out of the way and not have the battle interrupt us when we're in the middle of figuring out how to do the puzzle. I was about to say fizzling out the puzzle. Can we fizzle out the puzzle? Hey, look, it's the Pokemon that's meant to be based on a gun. I think this every time I see Remoraid. I can't think anything else. I see it and I go, why aren't these Pokemon, Remoraid and Octillery, a gun and a tank? I just want that, okay? Maybe it's the fact that I play a lot of video games and have a violent mindset because of it. That's not a thing. But I would love to see Octillery with, like, its armor plating. I think it would just look better. Can you imagine Octillery as a water steel type? I think that'd be sick. Maybe eventually they'll do, like, a form. Although it probably got cancelled for a reason. But maybe one day there'll be, like, a form. Like, think the Sinnoh remakes. We have... I can't remember what the forms are called, because they're not Sinnohian forms or anything like that. They Hisuian forms? Is that what they were called? Hisuian forms? I think that might be what they were called. Those forms, imagine if there was an Octillery one, where it just had metal plating and became like a tank. That'd be amazing. What does this even do? Can I even activate this? What does this change? Ah, okay. I think we want to do that, then we want to hit the red? I might be messing this up. And then we hit the blue, because that's the back ones, and then we can just run straight through the middle. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really think about this puzzle in the slightest. I just kind of clicked whatever button was the furthest away. So if anyone ever needs a hint on how to get through this, just click the button that's the furthest away. Because that's literally all I did. Okay. There we go. Gym mission cleared. Look at that number, 69 on our back. Beautiful. That's what we want to see. But it is time for Nessa. Is there anything that we might want to change before we go into this? We have full HP. I think that's all we need. I do think that's all we need. I think being full HP is all we need. We're going to go into this and we're going to give this a real shot. Okay. Let's walk on into this beautiful stadium. I like the blue. Blue is a nice color. It's a very soothing color. Also, I love that advertisement. Is that an advertisement for fresh water? Which got nerfed in this gen? You really gonna advertise the worst product? Really? I remember when it healed 50 HP. Now it's like 30 for whatever reason. I think you already realized, but I'm Nessa. Sorry to have made you look for me. I don't doubt my humble mission's difficulty, yet you cleared it. Your mind as a Pokemon trainer must be quite refined. I don't know about that one. My mind's kind of mush. No matter what kind of plan your refined mind may be plotting, my partner and I will be sure to sink it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. My mind's kind of mush. I don't really have a plan. My plan is throw leaves. To be fair, for a water-type gym. Sorry, it's Bob time. Ignore whatever I was saying. It's time to just hear the music. That's all we need. Is it worth Dynamaxing turn 1? Do you Dynamax turn 1 or turn 2? Because the way I'm thinking about this is we get the grassy terrain set up the second that we Dynamax it, and that boosts the power of our grass type moves a little bit. Which is very, very nice. And it also gives us the heal, which is also nice. So if we Dynamax turn 1... do we think we can one-shot the Dreadnought at the end? Probably, right? I'm Dynamaxing turn 1. We're just going to max Overgrowth absolutely everything. We Dynamax the Goldeen, we Dynamax whatever comes out second, and then we Dynamax max Overgrowth the Dreadnought at the end. I think we just Dynamax. Doing it on the second turn might have been a little bit safer, just in case we don't one-shot the Dreadnought, we'd still have the extra HP from being doubled in HP, or I guess extra 50% HP. We need Dynamax candies to double it. But I think this should be fine, as long as we one-shot things. I'm gonna be honest. It's a super effective base 110 power stab move with a Miracle Seed that's now gonna be in Grassy Terrain Boost. I think Flacky's just gonna vibe. You know? I think Flacky's fine. I think we're good. I have thought this through in my head a little bit. Arrokuda, that's fine. We can stay in, obviously. We don't want to swap out our Dynamax, that'd be scary. We go ahead, we click Max Overgrowth again, because there's no reason not to, just making sure we click the physical one, because that is the stronger move. We outspeed the Arrokuda. Interesting. All those particles on my screen genuinely slow my game down a tiny bit. Trying to learn Bulk Up, I mean, that is a good move, I will admit, that's a good move. I like having that move, that's fine. We will absolutely learn that. Timber is slowly gaining XP. And then the man himself, the Dreadnought, which we're going to stay in against. Looks like I'm down to one last Pokemon. I've been saving the best for last. I can't help it. It's so good. Genuinely, when these games came out, I sat there and had this on repeat for like, I just looked up a 10-hour version of it and I had it on repeat for days. To be fair, I'm also the kind of person that watches videos that come into my recommended of like 10 hours of absolute silence, except every few minutes it's broken up by what the dog doing. So my taste in what I listen to may not be the best to go by. That's a funny video, by the way. You should absolutely leave that in the background. It's great. Absolute silence broken up by what the dog doing. Great video. Max Overgrowth one-shots the Dreadnought. Pretty much what I expected. I wasn't expecting this to be the most difficult gym of all time. Which is unfortunate because I really do like Nessa, and I really like the theme she's going on. I like Chutal and that Evolution Dreadnought. I think they're really good, but like, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? I have a grass type. It's kind of how it goes. I will admit, the time when I went through this, and I had Drizzile as my Pokemon, it was significantly more difficult. Things lived hits. But a Grass-type starter against a Grass-type gym. Kind of just how it goes. How can this be? Now that I've battled you, I think I understand. Continue to seize victories in the gym challenge with your Pokemon. You have an incredible spirit that may even be strong enough to challenge the champion. Well, thank you. Appreciated. You and Pokemon are indeed deserving of this gym badge. Which means we can go to a seafood restaurant. That's what that allows us to do. Give me that badge. This is also such a weird way to put the badges together. Like, there was nothing wrong with the badge case. Why do we have like this weird pendant thing that you slot in? It's kind of weird. You'll want to challenge the Fire Gym Leader next. This is when things start getting scary for us. This is the moment, okay? Because we have a Corvisquire, which is going to become a Corviknight. I don't know if we have the Corviknight before the Fire-type gym or not, but we'll have a potential Steel-type and a Grass-type that are my two best Pokemon right now. Not the best for a Fire-type gym, so we'll see how this goes. As you and your Pokemon are now, he'll definitely want to battle you. Yeah, he probably would if I battled him right now, because I wouldn't have anything to fight him. Carlos, my sincere congratulations for your victory over Gym Leader Nessa. Please take this commemorative TM. Whirlpool, which isn't the best move of all time. I don't really care for Whirlpool. It's fine. Take this too as a replica of Nessa's uniform. I think at some point soon, we should maybe see if we can do max raids, and see if we can get maybe some TMs from those. We might want to do those before we take on the third gym. We'll see. Do not keep the chairman waiting. Head to the seafood restaurant, the captain's table. We got a leak up so that we don't forget his face. I'm gonna be honest, he really did just appear in his underwear, basically. I know they're meant to be swimming trunks, but it just looks like underwear because of the color of them. It's pretty hard to forget that. So I think we're fine. I think we'll remember, you know? Let's go ahead and get ourselves in here. We don't even need to heal because we didn't take damage in that entire gym challenge, which is kind of funny. Head to the seafood restaurant, the captain's table. Hi. There he is in his underwear still. Carlos, let's celebrate your recent victory. Oh, were you invited too? You two know each other? That's great. Come now, please be seated. Hulber is a seafood town. Naturally, if one is going to eat here, the obvious choice is the local cuisine. Everything on the menu is delicious. By the way, how's Professor Magnolia getting along? I'm quite indebted to her, you know. She was the one who figured out how to unleash the power of wishing stars. She was saying there's still so much we don't know about Dynamaxing. It's causing her some worry. She even made me take a power spot detector with me when I started traveling. Power spot detector. That's the device that allowed me to discover the power spots. Locations that emit Galar particles and allow Pokemon to Dynamax. Don't like hearing that Professor Magnolia is so worried, though. If only there was something I could do. Sonia, it may be good for you to visit the vault in Hammerlock. I believe the key to unlocking the secrets of the Dynamax phenomenon lies in the history preserved there. Understood, Chairman. I will arrange a meeting with Miss Sonia. However, I believe it is about time we get going, Chairman. But I haven't said anything yet. We haven't even got food yet. But I've hardly had a chance to speak with Carlos. It's regrettable, but I suppose it can't be helped. If something needs to get done, there's no time like the present after all. In any case, I bid you all farewell. Kinda rude. Didn't even get any food. Huh. Does he think he's doing me a favor? He's right that the vault would be a good place to look for info on the legends, but... You got the water badge, yeah? Defeating Ness is no small feat. That's debatable. Here's a TM as a reward. TM79 Retaliate. I hope I never have to use that move. Enough said. Hope I never have to use that. Ness is a good friend. Perhaps I should drop in on her. Until next time, Challenger. Although, if Wooloo can learn it, it would be nice to have some normal type stab. That might be worth it. Can Wooloo learn it? I mean, it's still a base 70 power move, right? Wooloo cannot learn it. Well, that's not the dream. Definitely not the dream, you know? It's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do, I guess? We could teach Payback to Kimber, but I don't think it'd be worth it. We're a fighting type after all. I don't think we're gonna be wanting to use Payback at any point. Alright, mate, you've got both the grass and the water badge by now, right? In that case, we're both headed for Motorstoke and the Fire Gym Leader Kabu. How about I share with you a little tip about that leader? From what I heard, he's holed up now in Galar Mine number 2. Is that a different area? I don't think I'm gonna grab a second encounter there. I think I'm gonna count both the Galar Mines as one place. Undergoing some special training. If he's in there, then we can't take him on in Motorstoke, even if we zip right over there, putting the brakes on our gym challenge. So I say we head to Galar Mine number 2 ourselves. Let's go see what the fuss is all about. We can absolutely do that. Where is my town map? I want to see... I mean, it's on the other side. Maybe it is... Oh, yeah, it's probably a different encounter then, huh? I would say that that is a different encounter. Is that also just the route? Motorstoke outskirts? Saying words is hard. Yeah, I guess that is an encounter. Do we have to do another... There might be a fishing spot in this one. I thought there was a fishing spot in the first mine. If there's a fishing spot, we'll use the fishing spot as our encounter. For sure, because that's random. There is fishing spots. Okay, I would rather do fishing spots for the encounter rather than doing the blindfold thing. Because the blindfold thing, at the end of the day, can be slightly manipulated because you know kind of where you're walking. But we'll see. I'd feel sorry for my Pokemon if I made them take part in a battle against low-level opponents. I'm not in the mood right now. Then again, I suppose it's a form of mercy to crush weak opponents early on. If you're under the misguided impression you're stronger than me, then surely you would be up for a Pokemon battle. Who am I leading with? Probably my starter. This is fine. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go, Bead. I have my starter leading. We're fine. Solosis? Nah. Nah, no Solosis. I think we should be fine. We can just go ahead and go for a knockoff. It's realistically our strongest move, unless like Razor Leaf crits or something. Knockoff one-shots. That'll do the job. That'll do it. That's fine. That works. Looks like you've grown a bit. Only a little bit, though. That face. It's so good. Gothorita, we're going to stay in and use knockoff. I think is the plan. It seems like a pretty good plan to me. We're going to smack you. Slap. It really does just slap it right in its face. Psyshock. Okay. Damage. Hold on. Wait. We're fine. We're fine. That's fine. Super Potion. Okay, I'm glad you're using it while I'm in the middle of smacking you. That's fine. Because this knockoff It also lets me see the funny knockoff anime. It really is just slap it on the head. It really is just come down like bonk. That's great. I'm having way too much fun at beating up a computer. I'm sorry. Sometimes Pokemon move animations just line up with the Pokemon really well. I think my favorite is like when you drill pack a Pokemon like a Geodude and the drill pack animation goes like all the way around the circle of the Geodude's face. Those, they just kind of satisfy me. It's kind of weird, right? I'm sure most people don't care, but I do like it. It kind of like soothes my OCD a tiny bit. Also, is Hatena part fairy yet? I feel like I should have probably went for knockoff there. Psybeam. It's reasonably hard. We're just gonna knock off because it can't miss. It is super effective. It's not part fairy type. I always think it's part fairy type from the get-go, like Ralts. I think of that Pokemon as Ralts. Because I know Bede transitions from like Psychic type user to Fairy type user. So I always think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna swap out against the Ponyta. I know we have the good old Razor Leaf, which will do some decent damage to it, but I'd rather be in the Pokemon that's at full HP for this. Excellent. Not everyone can corner my team like this. I don't know. I feel like Hop would give you a run for your money, to be honest. I feel like Hop might bop you with his Corvisquire, depending on how he used it, after all. Like, if he used the Hone Claw's Power Trip method, I think he'd be fine. We get bonked a little bit, but that's fine. Looks like it outsped, which is unfortunate. I really did think my Corvisquire was nice and fast. That has been proven to be wrong. Turns out Corvisquire just probably isn't that fast. Or maybe mine just is really bad at being fast. Which is entirely possible. But one more pluck should do the trick. We're gonna get a little bit of Shell Bell recovery. It's only 2 HP, but I mean, like, better than nothing. Confusion again. We should live this just fine, even if it crits. You ever fought something into existence before? Because I just did. Oh, okay. My heart. I don't like seeing the health bar start going down quicker. Like, I was confident that we could live, but the second you start seeing the health bar drop quicker than you're expecting it to, it's like, oh, am I sure about this? Whoop wants to learn Headbutt. There we go. There's the normal type stab I want. We'll keep the Defense Curl, just in case we want to use it. I don't see that being really a move that we're going to be using too often, but still, it's fine. It's fine. Alright. I do want to run through this mine and see if there's anywhere that I can get, like, a normal encounter. Just like a normal, like, rustling encounter, like grass or something to that extent. Because I would prefer to do that than fish, because fishing obviously gives us a water type, which is pretty consistent, and like I said, I want it to be as random as possible. And we're going to try and stick to that to the best of my ability. So, for now, let's go ahead and potion up our team a little bit and make sure that everyone is nice and healthy before we go ahead and waddle ourselves into another trainer just ahead of us. We can keep Grub in front. It is gaining a lot more XP than the rest of our team, but it's also the best Pokemon on our team at the moment. So we're just going to keep going with it, plus these people probably use rock types. Like Carkle. Oh, wait, hold on. No, no, no. Hey, Chootle. Well... No, this is the time when we bring in Chootle. This is Chootle's time. We bring in the Chootle. Let's not think, hey, but what if I Razor Leaf crit? It's just inconsistent. Let's just go into Chootle. This is what it's here for. This is the kind of moment where I wish I had slightly gone ahead and trained up my team a little bit more evenly. Because I would like a Dreadnought. But we can go for a Water Gun. Smackdown's gonna hurt. We can't be crit. So we're safe. We know that we can't be crit. Water Gun does some respectable damage. It does have Steam Engine. We know that we can live another Smackdown, which I'm assuming is his strongest move for me, so we're good to just Water Gun again. Flame Charge, that's fine. He can't crit me or anything like that. We're good. We Water Gun. We take out the Carkle. Okay. Little bit scary. A little bit scary to have to use Chootle against a Pokemon that's evolved when I'm not, but that's fine. Chootle gains 600 XP. I don't know when Chootle evolves. It might be like... I mean, Nessa had one, so 22, 24, somewhere in that range, I would assume. I could be wrong on that, but I assume it's got to be, like, within a couple of levels. I mean, we'll see, I guess. We'll grab ourselves some Dusk Balls, which are pretty nice for this area. I want to avoid all of these Galarian Stunfisk, because I'm going to be honest, Galarian Stunfisk absolutely sucks. There's a Gastrodon back there. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. When I'm tired of work, it's time for a battle. Show the muscles, fighting types. Rock and Roll. That's not a fighting type. Does it? I guess the rock does have muscles underneath to be moving. Right? Like, there's gotta be something inside the Rock and Roller to be moving, which reminds me of a really weird thing that I was reading the other day. Someone was basically just working out that Steelix has to be, like, completely hollow inside. It also just realistically couldn't ever exist, but Steelix, to weigh the amount that it does, it would have to be, like, completely hollow inside with no, like, organic matter or anything inside of it at all. It would just have to be, like, completely hollow. Nothing is inside of it at all, which is really weird to think about. Can I remember the person that was posting it? I think I was reading it on, like, r/Pokemon or something. Can I remember anything about it? No. I just remember reading, hey, Steelix is hollow, and I thought, huh, that's creepy, and kept scrolling. Where am I going with this? Nowhere. Just the Pokemon don't make sense. Think about Wailord. It is realistically a flying type when you think about it. And that's weird, because it's so light that it should realistically fly with how big it is. It's just a giant blimp. Evolution! Okay, that's why it takes so long. Nice. We are going to have ourselves a Dreadnought. To be honest, never used a Dreadnought. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go. Does it keep Shell Armor? Please keep Shell Armor. Please keep Shell Armor. Please keep Shell Armor. Please? Please. Please. Wants to learn Rock Tomb. That's fine. That's good. That's Stab. I like that. That's a good move to have. Protect could be... It did keep Shell Armor. Okay, that's nice. Protect could be nice for a certain couple of things, but I think we're just going to run Rock Tomb over it. Like I said, my mind is very high. This is my first Pokemon playthrough right now. I want coverage and only coverage. It's kind of where my mind's at, so we'll see. We'll see. Realistically, if we had leftovers or something like that, then it would be more worth it, but we don't. I need to avoid Galarian Stunfisk. Hi! Hey! Excuse me, mate. Sorry to bother you. You're one of them taking part in the gym challenge, right? Crikey, that's really something. I'd love a battle against a great trainer like you. Well, thank you. I never realized that their belly buttons were drawn. I've never realized this before, but there is a tiny dot where their belly buttons are. Huh. Okay. Why? Weird. Well, look at you, Carlos. Surrounded by adoring fans, eh? Leave me showing up Lee pretty soon. Oi, jog on, mate. Can't you see we're in the middle of a conversation here? See, now there have been a lot of things that have been said in this game that I've been like, wow, I can't believe that's said. No one says that in Britain. Oi, jog on, mate. That's absolutely said where I live. 100%. I hear that outside my window a couple times a day, I think. So that one I absolutely believe. That gets said. Unlike, what was it, Chinwag? Chinwag does not get said. Chinwag hasn't been said for like 100 years. And I'm certain of that. Lanoon and Feeble. Well, we should be fine. We have our starter coming out, which has the Razor Leaf, can crit both. We're at full HP. We're just going to click Razor Leaf and do some damage. Night Slash, please be on the Wooloo. It's not on the Wooloo. That hurts. Stop it. Bad. Razor Leaf does respectable damage to both. We get Snarled, which hits us both. Our special attack falls, that's fine. If Wooloo double kicks, yes. Oh, not so yes. Not quite as yes. We could Razor Leaf again, but I think I'm actually going to use this turn just to use an ordinary potion to make sure I survive, while hopefully Wooloo finishes one of these. If it double kicks the Lanoon, it's 4 times super effective. If it double kicks the Feeble, I know it takes it out. Yeah, because I didn't want that to crit me. That's fine. Snarl again. That's fine. We live just okay. Wooloo, double kick something. That's all I needed to do, buddy. Tackle. Why are you like this? Double battles, everyone. Double battles. They are something. I'm gonna Super Potion, because I don't want to get Night Slash crit, and I want Wooloo to do something. It's gonna get taken out by another Snarl, though. That's the issue. Night Slash on the Wooloo? Okay, alright. It didn't crit again. There's a Snarl. I think this next turn I'm just gonna have to Razor Leaf and hope that Night Slash doesn't do anything funky. For the Squire, that's good. Hopefully you attack them. That would be wonderful. I am just gonna click Razor Leaf because I apparently need to do all of the damage in this fight. So we'll Razor Leaf. The scary thing about going for Razor Leaf is if I miss the Feeble... Let's not talk about it. Let's just Razor Leaf. Lanoon used Sand Attack. Okay. That's kind of okay. I land it on both? I land it on both. Okay, they both go down. That is good. That is good. That is good. No more Night Slash crits. Our special attack has been dropped a lot, so we can't be using Magical Leaf. Which would be nice, because it would, you know, help us out with the whole accuracy being missing thing. Pancham comes in, and what? Lipod. Realistically, if Timber was, like, nice and leveled, this would be great, but it isn't. So I'm just going to swap out into Corvusquire, because, I'm going to be honest, Grub is missing a whole lot of stats right now. It might just miss Razor Leaf. It's not the dream, so I'd rather swap out into something that can definitely take out the Pancham. Lipod uses Sand Attack. Well, that's fine. It's not damage, at least. It does mean that we could potentially miss, which is scary, but we do have Hone Claws. Pluck does some good damage to Pancham. Pancham Arm Thrusts onto us. We're a pure flying type. That's fine. We can kind of eat that. I'm gonna Hone Claws, I think, so I don't miss. No, that's stupid. I should just pluck the Pancham and we can get rid of the Pancham. Between the two of us, two Corvusquires attacking it with pluck, we should be fine, right? It's only like a 1 in 3 chance to miss. We're fine. Look at that. There we go. I outspeed his Corvusquire now. Interesting. Interesting. I guess maybe it's just not the same Corvusquire. It's probably random each time, but still. Nice. I like being faster. Trying to learn Rock Slide. That is a good move. Yes, please. I will learn that over Rock Throw any day. I should probably put the Hardstone onto Goober as well. That would probably be a good idea, seeing as that is the actual Rock type. Probably a better idea. Corvusquire goes for Peck. Not Pluck, but you have... Well, I've been Sand Attacked and Growled, so I'm going to Hone Claws and just negate that. That sounds like a good idea. Fury Swipes on the other Corvusquire. Nice, that's not me. Feel free to bully Hop as much as you want. He isn't doing a Nuzlocke. He can deal with it. We will Hone Claws, and now we're back at neutral. Our accuracy is 100% again as well, which is nice. Fury Attack misses. This is why we just, you know, went ahead and did that. We can now pluck and be fine. Fury Swipes misses onto his Corvusquire, because it said Corvusquire rather than my Pokemon's name. We pluck to get some HP back, and then the other Pokemon plucks and takes it out. Nice, okay, we win the fight. Alright, double battles are always a little bit scarier. They can always go a little bit wrong. Because if Night Slash had a crit several times, we've missed Razor Leafs, things like that could start happening. It's always a little bit scary. You gonna yell at us because we up and yell lost? If I'd used a horn, would I have had a better chance of winning? Maybe. It could have been like a Max Raid Den, where like when your Pokemon faints, you just start like cheering with the horn to try and give them a boost. It could have been like that. That little mug on the champion's little brother. Guess that's what you get when your older brother's not useless. I know we're Team Yell, but we'll leave quietly once we're beaten. They're just... Team Yell is just not bad, guys. Nice one, Carlos. That's my rival for you. Now then, where would Cabu have gone to? Let's keep going. Maybe he's farther in. I don't think there's going to be any, like, grass patches or anything like that in here, is there? Starting to feel pretty sure on that one, so we're going to actually backtrack. I'm going to head back to the beginning, I guess we can go ahead and fish for our encounter. Why not? Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a fishing encounter at the end of the episode for Galar Mine number 2. I'm pretty sure that we can't get an encounter randomly. Our encounter is going to be a Barboach. To be honest, I don't use Barboach very often. I'm kind of fine with this. It's nice and random at least. We still have the netball. We also have the lure ball. I'm going to use the lure ball. I'm just going to straight up throw a lure ball and see how it goes. How hard is a Barboach to catch? Not very hard. Have we got, like... We really have not struggled with capturing Pokemon lately. It's just been one ball on everything, which is kind of crazy. Barboach is going to be like our backup for Dreadnought, realistically, is how I'm going to treat it. Which is a little bit rude, but it's just how it's going to be. And we're going to call you... Oh no, I want to call you Barnaby. Barnaby. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, not added to the party. You're not being added to the party. You're not quite that cool, Barboach. I'm sorry. I do want to see your stats, though, quickly, before we end off. We have ourselves a Careful Nature? Careful Nature. Honestly, pretty good nature. Pretty good nature. We have the Aqua Tail. That's a good move. Would Barboach be better than Dreadnought? Maybe. Maybe if it was a Whiscash, it'd probably be better. I don't know. Definitely has some potential there. But for right now, that is where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Next episode, we'll go ahead and continue through the Galar Mines and start making our way towards the Fire-type gym. Once we've made it to the Fire-type gym, I might go back into the wild area briefly and see if we can grab any cool TMs for our Pokemon and stuff like that, see if there's any that we can fight, and maybe get ourselves some goodies, some EXP shares or stuff. EXP candies, sorry, not EXP shares. To try and like get our Timber leveled up to a Gerda, some stuff like that, and just some little quality of life things before we go ahead and take on the Fire-type gym. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, bye!